Dana, pretty, as you said, pretty entertaining night. Ended with a incredible finish. Can you talk about, I guess, your reaction to watching that fight play out and kind of where you think DC now ranks all time in the history of UFC?
One of the best of all time. This was the right fight for him in that if you think about his career, he steps down from heavyweight to go to light heavyweight because his friend is a heavyweight. So he goes to 205, has an incredible career down there, but has that John Jones thing, And John Jones is, in my opinion, if not one of the greatest of all time. Could be the potential that John Jones had. Who knows what he could have done at heavyweight and everything else. So he's got the shadow of John Jones. Moves back up to heavyweight and knocks out the best heavyweight ever in UFC history in the first round decisively. I think that what this does is finally gives him the respect that he deserves. And, he's a two division champion. And, now he's got a big fight ahead of him, a big fight, big payday. And it couldn't happen to a better guy. He's an incredible ambassador for the sport. I said a long time ago, I told Daniel, if you're my champion for the rest of my career, I'll be a very happy man. He's a great analyst. He does a great job on television. I just can't say enough good things about the guy, and I'm really happy for him.
I want to see if you can go into DC a little bit more. What makes him so great? Because you look at him and you say, he doesn't have the great physique like Costa has, and he doesn't seem like incredibly quick, and he's a wrestler, not a boxer, maybe, but he seems like he does everything well. Like, can you put your finger on why he is so good?
He's such a unique guy, man, in every way, shape, and form. He's so articulate. He's a really smart guy. I love the way when he's commentating how he can break down a fight and explain it to you. It's almost like Rogan. He's so good. He's great at interviewing people. Then you talk about him as a fighter, right? Yeah, he definitely doesn't look like a fighter. Looks out of shape, looks heavy. When you think about him going in there now with a heavyweight, if you notice in the beginning of the fight, every shot he landed on Stipe was busting Stipe up, both his eyes, his nose. So he's got a lot more power than he gets credit for. When he goes in against somebody wrestling, the slam that he had on Dan Henderson, to do that to a guy like Dan Henderson, holy shit. And just, he's such a well-rounded, incredible human being. Forget about fighter. He's just, I love Cormier, and I can't say enough good things about him.
I know you don't ever tell people to not retire or whatever. If they want to retire, you say they should retire. But he obviously doing this, is going to be invigorated, right? I mean, do you think there's a chance that would you think, he may go on beyond his self-imposed deadline given what happened and the way the crowd, he's been booed in the past. The crowd reacted positively to him before the fight. Do you think that may change him and, kind of spark him to, run with that belt for a while?
He's starting, like I said, he's going to start getting the respect he deserves and has deserved for a while now. But when I look at Daniel Cormier's performance tonight at heavyweight, retirement doesn't even come close to popping into my mind.